So this week I had two potential clients both reach out to me. They were in separate industries and didn't know one another, but they had similar problems. They came to me and they said, there's certain aspects of my brand that I really like. I think I've got a good brand, but there's some things that are just, they couldn't really put their finger on what the problem was. I got things like, I think I got a good name, or I like my logo a lot. The color scheme I use really works for us, but there's something, I don't know, missing, something that's not, and they struggled for the words, and one of them blurted it out before I could even say anything. She said, it lacks cohesion. Bingo. Cohesion is the thing that ties it all together. When people try to do their own brand, they don't realize all the things that actually goes into producing a brand. That's why people mistakenly think, hey, I've got a great logo, I've got a brand. The name of my company is really good. It's a great brand. So they take the one element and they classify that as their brand, and then they wonder why they struggle in getting the message out there in a cohesive fashion. Because branding takes into account all of those elements. It takes into account the logo, the name, the colors, the typeface, the voice. It takes into account all of these elements because they all must work together to form the brand. It is like a symphony orchestra. We have many different types of instruments, and alone they all sound fine. But when you collaborate on purpose with a specific result in mind, the result is a wonderful symphony for our ears. And so a brand is no different. You've got to coordinate all the elements so that they work together to make sense in the customer's mind. So when these business owners came to me, they knew there was a problem. They just didn't know what it was. So what I have to wind up doing with them is, because there's certain aspects of their brand that are genuinely good, I do an assessment of their brand. I'll look at all those things independently and put them through the process we have in place to evaluate whether they're good enough to represent the brand, and if not, they'll have to change. All those things need to work together, so the chances of them just randomly falling together in their proper place and working together are so remote, it's practically not gonna happen. So we may start with something simple like a strong name and go from there. We'll then use that as a springboard to round out all the other elements and bring them into a cohesion that makes sense for the brand. So look at your business, and if you have something in line with your brand, like the name of the business, and you're happy with that, then you're gonna need to get some professional help to get somebody to round out all the other elements and bring them all together to form a nice, cohesive brand.